Hello and welcome back, my flock. The Badraven here, and I'm doing a special impromptu video about D23, Disney Expo 23 in Anaheim, California. Yes, it's going to be to the 23rd and the 25th, through the 23rd and 25th of August. And this is one they have, like, you know, not every year, but every other year. And I decided to make a video because I have some points to make on this. So let's get right into it right now without any hesitation. The Drewdrop and I have been under the thought of maybe that at this D23, I was kind of talking to him. We have like our little conversations at night, and we like to talk about things to do with the Star Wars universe and Disney, of course, because we like both of them. And I liked The Last Jedi, and you've seen from a video that I did when it came out. I really liked it. Now that I've watched it, you know, a few times, I can see the criticisms. One of my own is of the Luke character being not really used correctly, and I can understand the anger. I can understand the anger from the groups of people that don't like it, and all the other people talking about these women characters that were thrown in here that, you know, you'd never seen before, taking on major roles. I can see how that. I did like the movie still yet, though. I mean, I loved it the second time around as I did the first time, but I do understand the criticism, and I understand why people didn't like it. But we were talking about that, and we were talking about how Disney could really... Who is this with this big $3 lightsaber?
Drewdrop, the Padawan. Whew.
See? Hit my head. I don't know. Awesome.
Yeah.
Andrew has turned full on the Force with me. But like I was saying, Drewdrop, I was explaining to them how we thought maybe at this D23, Disney might do something groundbreaking.
Oh, yes.
Something that we never thought would happen. Well, I never thought would happen, of course, but I'm going to make a bold prediction about D23. I'm going to do my prediction. You can do your prediction.
Okay.
But my prediction is, and listen to my train of thought here. We know that Disney is having a fan problem with with the old fans like me. Maybe not necessarily the fans of Andrew Drewdrop's age,
but like the older fans. The
yes.
older fans have kind of checked out of Star Wars because they really did not like the Episode 8, The Last Jedi. There was a lot of backlash from that film, and if you've been on the internet, you know that. So, yes, like my dad said, there's going to have to be a one way that they're going to bring the fans back.
Yes, and that's where I come to my train of thought here. You know, we've always heard that George Lucas is never going to let us see the unaltered editions of 4, 5, and 6. The ones I grew up with as a kid. That's episode 4, 5, and 6, which was never really episode 4, 5, and well, at least episode 4 was just Star Wars. And they've always said that, you know, well, he said that they're, you know, gone, there's no way. But we know that's not true because they have already scanned in a 4K version of all those movies, and I think they're working on the prequels right now. So, I'm not the only, and this is just my thinking. How can you get the fans back? How can you get your older fans back that you've made so mad with the Last Jedi? And a good gesture, I would think, to do would be for them to finally release the uncut, unaltered editions of 4, 5, and 6. Because think about it. All your fans, that's what they've been screaming for years. And they've been told, no, 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 no. And that would be a great peace offering from Disney, Star Wars, Lucasfilm, whatever you want to call them. That'd be a great peace offering to say, hey, okay, we've heard the outcry. Yes. We want to get you guys back. Here they are in 4K editions.
Right here.
And I mean, good editions too, like special features. All the bells and whistles that could be thrown out there. And I think that would do a lot to repair the relationship right now.
I think people would buy it. I think Disney would get a lot of money. People would be like, yes. And it might even draw more people to see the last one coming out in December, which is The Rise of Skywalker.
That's what I'm saying. It would be great time in August to build up this goodwill. And I'm not saying these will not come out before the Rise of Skywalker. What this will set up, in my opinion, if they do this, is an ultimate box set, which would go all the way from the prequels to the 4, 5, and 6, and to the Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker. They would be in all of them would be, it'd be all 9 films, wouldn't it? Would be released probably around Christmas of 2020. But see, you could say it, you could release it like this.
Because I'll give Rise of Skywalker enough time to have its standard release.
Yeah, because they're going to release that probably in early, April or time, and so that'll give that time to run its way, and then they can do a whole box set. But the way I picture it is them showing like their little how they do at these D23s. You just have a montage of saying, we've listened to the fans, and we are going to back to the vault. We're opening up, giving the fans what they want, and have the big, up there unaltered edition, making it available for the first time ever in 2020.
Heck,
and I think that could go a long ways with repairing this relationship. I think
it could.
So me and Drewdrop predict. We could be wrong.
Can I have some predictions?
Wait a minute. I'm going to tell you this. We predict that they will be an announcement of the unaltered edition in 2020, probably around Black Friday of 2020.
No, I think the announcement's going to be at D23, like you said, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
At D23, our prediction is they're going to
announce it. If they don't announce it now, it's not going to come out.
Exactly.
It's not ever going to come out. If they don't release it now, it's give up.
If it don't come out now, we'll never get them.
Yeah.
Until if it is something to do with Lucas, until he passes away, until they release them, I don't know. But I think, and here's my thinking too, they are in debt to their eyeballs for 20th Century Fox.
Exactly.
They've made a ton of movies this year that's all been $1 billion movies. I understand that, but they don't get all that $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? They paid $2 billion for 20th Century Fox, $20 billion more than they had to because of Comcast, Universal. So they're looking to make money. They probably went back because I've heard about George Lucas being involved with some of the Rise of Skywalker, which I know he was never really kicked out, but they really went back to him a lot. I think they've said, George, we need to release these movies to get us financially back in order.
It's saying something that at one theater they did show the original Star Wars.
The original Star Wars unedited version was shown in 70 millimeter somewhere, and it had George Lucas's okay. That's what I heard. So that's he never did want it to be shown again.
Yeah, normally he's like, let it die. Let the old one die.
Just like Kylo Ren. He's kind of like the Kylo Ren of the thing. But that's my prediction. So, Drewdrop, what's your prediction that they'll do?
Oh, okay. So my prediction, I do agree with a lot of his statements. I do. But I think if they really, really want to hype up Rise of Skywalker, I think they should do this. I think they should do it this fall. What they should do, I want them to do a full re-release in theaters of the original 4, 5, and 6 unaltered versions. I want them to show all 8 films, but when they get to Episode 4, the original one, they don't show the special edition. They'll give you the opportunity to watch the original Star Wars and the original Empire Strikes Back and the original Return of the Jedi from back in the day in theaters. I think what they should do is do a big theatrical release before Rise of Skywalker. Says, hey guys, we got Rise of Skywalker coming out in December. Before this comes out, you can see the original Star Wars in theaters before you see Rise of Skywalker. I think that would be a good marketing push, saying, see
it makes
this.
More money. Yeah, that makes more money.
Because a lot of kids nowadays have never even seen this, never seen 4, 5, and 6, let alone the original versions of 4, 5, and 6. A lot of people nowadays have not seen 4, 5, and 6, and that makes me sad because I love 4, 5, and 6. But they don't even know if there's even another editions. Like I explained to my friends, they don't even know that there's an original version. I'm like, yeah, I like the original Star Wars, and they said, original Star Wars ain't that? It's called Episode 4, A New Hope. I said no. Originally it was just called Star Wars, and they had no idea that there was this whole other original edition because it was so not released. It's been so long since it was released that nobody nowadays even knows there was an original edition. So I think it would be good to show 4, 5, and 6 in their original form back in the theater so that way that the newer generation can go back to the movies and watch the trilogy that we all know and love in its original form.
Okay, I thought he was going to say another thing, but
I'm not really finished yet. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, is that all you're going to say about that?
Well, that's all about Star Wars right now.
Yeah. Well, there was another thing I was thinking he was going to say. So talk about that one. Your other prediction.
Oh, as far as other stuff at D23, I think they'll of course announce some things about the launch of Disney Plus. I think that's inevitable. About the app that's coming out in November. I'm sure they'll explain a lot of the what's going to happen there. And then after that, I think they'll talk about their actual Fox license, of what they got with the Fox license. Talk about what they're going to do with it, because last D23 Expo they did not have the Fox license. So I can't wait to see what they're going to do there, and I can't wait to see what they do with the Disney Parks representation, announcing the new lands. And also, I predict that there'll be a Marvel land announced for Disney World. Because, and hear me out, and I think it's going to be an entirely new park, a 5th theme park, that's going to be announced for Disney World. And you're probably wondering, a Drewdrop, come on, that's too far, man, There's no way that Disney World's going to open a 5th theme park. That's too much. No. Universal just announced the Edge of Universe or whatever for Universal Studios, a 3rd theme park, and that's giving them a lot of competition, because it's going to be they're going to be really focusing on Nintendo Land when it comes out. People are really excited for that land. So, excuse me, it's a lot. But this is giving Disney a lot of competition, Universal is. And I don't think they're just going to pass this up. I think they made an agreement with the Marvel thing in the Orlando area to actually release or to do some sort of Marvel land because, of the Orlando situation. Because Disney now has Fox, and what did Fox own? The Simpsons. And The Simpsons is one of the most road rides in, the past so many years, and Universal makes a lot of money off of it, and they know that Disney's gonna be like, hey, that's our stuff now. Mm-hmm. So you need to give us a piece of that pie. If you need to give us the Marvel land, or we want the Simpsons gone out of your park.
That's what I'm saying. I think they had some leverage there, and I think also too with the actual, they got the comic book characters of the Marvel people. They don't have the actual ones in the movies, so I don't think it really helps them to hold on to that. Because, like I said, they want money, too, to open up their park. Universal does. So I feel like they're going to do like he said. But I think it's going to be put in Epcot. I think it's going to be a land in Epcot because they're already doing
I don't know.
the Guardians of the Galaxy there anyway. I think it'd be a good way to do that. But that's my prediction. It's going to be in Epcot, the Marvel land. His is going to be a totally different park. So you got your two predictions.
Well, the only reason why I don't think it will come to Epcot is because Frozen's in Epcot, and it'd be kind of out of place to have Frozen in a Marvel land, but you never know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we just wanted to make a quick video and tell you of all of our different predictions for D23. Yeah. I've never really ever watched D23, but I just thought that these things would come up, because it's going to be 2 more years, people, before you actually get to see another D23. So I think this stuff is going to come this time. If it doesn't, like we said about with the movies, it's never going to happen. But the parks could come along later too, so that may not be announced this time. But that's our predictions. And put down in the comment what you think. If you think we're right or not, we'll know here pretty soon whether we are or not. But just tell us what you think. What's going to be at D23. We would greatly like to hear your opinion on it. So please like and subscribe. Tell your friends.
Oh, yes.
Tell them about the Badraven, the Drewdrop, and their channel. And we'd love any kind of input you can give to us at the channel. So, like I said, remember the Badraven is your friend.
Yep. And
we appreciate every view we get here. So we're going to let you go, and we'll talk at you later. And
Drewdrop out.
Goodbye.